Hello and good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's stream slash video slash whatever you want to call it. If you're catching us live, thank you very, very much. If you are watching this video later, thank you very, very much. Basically, if you're supporting the stream in any way, shape, or form, thank you. We appreciate it. So I had a pretty bad night last night. No, cancel. My head was not very beneficial and helpful. So, did I also see that we got a new subber? Like we did, but I don't think I got a name. Yeah, no, whatever. I'll look later. Good morning, Connor. Long time no see there, buddy. Good day for you to pop in. We're going to start off with a wee bit of a base review. It is episode 30, day 30, whatever you want to call it. Not really episode 30. Or stream 30, but the 30th day of working on this. This train is stuck. This train is stuck. What the hell? What has happened? Okay. Man, now I'm really glad that I looked at this. No. Okay. Get back to work. Wow, was that a inconvenient cluster of stuff or what? Wonder how long that's been messed up. Alright, so yeah, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take care of this bloody construction message, and then we're going to take a look at what's going on. Somewhere up here. This, right here. Alright, are we all done? Is there nothing else to complain about over here? That would be wonderful. Alright. So let's see. Some stuff that we took care of. We did some off-camera things, but I think primarily the off-camera things was clearing out some bugs down here. Let's see, Connor. I came back from vacation and I didn't have Wi-Fi. I was mad and couldn't get my daily Samius. Well, that sounds like communism to me. So I'm glad you got your shenanigans back. So yeah, we cleared some bugs and we slapped down some more what I'm now calling horns. I think I should call them bull horns, but I continuously want to call them devil horns, but they're not devilly horns. They're definitely bull horns. At some point here in the near future, we're going to need to start mining this coal. In fact, it may already be time. Like, we don't have a... Yeah, these are all shut down. Yeah, okay. We'll have to look at that right away. So, if we look down our list of things that we took care of, right? From, I don't know, a couple of days ago. The first thing that we did, if you missed it, was we went ahead and updated our silver facility. We were actually starting to get choked on how much silver we had in the base, just kind of floating around, not being processed. So I started like piling it all up down here, and then we went ahead and we did some basic processing of silver. We're not doing anything fancy. We are literally just taking the raw silver, turning it into bars, taking those bars, smelting it, and storing up just one bucket full. We're not even going crazy. And basically we are doing two things with it. One, we're smelting into bars, and we are sending those bars down to the train stop, just like we've done on every other one. Where essentially, I think... Yeah, I don't know how that works. But basically, we just have limits on them, stopping them from putting extra things in there. So 10,000 silver ingots, 10,000 silver bars, 5,000 copper wire, and 5,000 spools of wire. So basically, one of the things that we can do with this train station system, the way we kind of have it set up, right, is we can request, and I can just mouse over the pole, I can request like copper ingots, right? So by just requesting the copper ingots straight out of the base, I can smelt them kind of on location. In this case, we set it up with a, make sure we have a little bit of copper ingots, and we can pump the copper ingots in, and lets us make these copper spools, which you can turn into copper wires, and it makes life really nice to be able to just do this. So copper comes in, silver comes in, all the components from silver that I can think of that we might need come out. It's really nice. And when we do the gold, which we may just end up doing gold up here as well, I'm not sure, there's plenty of room. I could probably put essentially gold on this side. I think it requires some other material, but I think there's plenty of room. We can make this the silver and gold, and that way we can basically do the exact same doodad on here. Alright, poop water. Poop water was on our list. This is the poop water right here. Basically, the poop water is to make more acid. So basically, we're bringing in raw coal. We're chopping up the raw coal. Oh, we got all sorts of YouTube videos popping up on the screen now. We grind the coal. We turn the coal into coke, which is where we get our poop water. And then, let's see. We actually could probably use some more storage room over here for the for coke, so we can keep this running. But basically, this is our whole facility for making coke and sulfuric acid right now. And we're just barreling up and putting them out to the system. It looks like we don't have that much sulfuric acid left in the system, so we definitely need to get that rolling. But basically, it just seems relatively simple. And we can store a bunch of coke. We can also get coal up, or we'll store a bunch of coke. We'll store a bunch of. We need to modify this to include carbon. That's the C word. There's a C word that I couldn't think of. We'll update that to get the carbon in here, and we'll do the same kind of thing. Let's see. Bought houses. Okay, so bought houses was the name that I used for geez, brain, these things. I can't honestly even think what they're called. But they're, here, screw it. These doodads, Roboports, thank you. Freaking game, because the brain's not there, that's for damn sure. So basically we set up the robots to make their own homes. So now they can expand forever and take over the universe. And we're using this little 4x4 grid thing that you've used a bunch of times. I really like this grid. It lets us get 4 machines to 1 chest. The danger is, like for this right here, you'll notice I have to have another chest right here for some special materials for because these 4 machines together, they fill up the requester next. So we have to have an additional search grid, or additional chest. But again, it's not that big of a deal. You just put it here, use a Bob's arm. It all works well. Steel is on the list. So we were having steel shortages for a really long time. So now, let's see. I believe we're requesting. Yeah, we're bottling up liquid. We're bottling up oxygen, and we can look at that in a second. But basically, we're bringing over containers of oxygen. There's a small Roboport network. Each of these now I've decided are going to have their own Roboport network that basically has like 50 or 100 Roboport or robots in it, depending on the size. So like this area over here has a Roboport network, and this area up here's got a Roboport network. These guys will have a Roboport network. I think it's helping. I'm not sure. Don't quote me, but it feels good. So, anyhow, turn that back off. Basically, we're using the Roboports to fly around bottles of oxygen to like feed oxygen into the system and do things. It looks like we're hurting on oxygen actually as well, but I guess we'll finish talking about this before we look at that. But basically, it just feeds off. You know, we kind of set all these up with that idea of the future, like, oh yeah, we're gonna need these ingots to do other things, and we are. So these guys are pumping out steel bars as quick as they can, and it looks like two of these are basically just keeping up evenly, which is pretty sweet. And it's set to take, I think, 10,000 steel and then buffer, which I would not be opposed to building like one of these in here to store like another 30,000 steel somewhere, but it's gonna take a minute before we can get to that. So let's just glance over here real fast to our. Why are you having problems? You've got barrels. You have oxygen. There are 2,000 oxygen in the system. Do we have trains like stuck again somewhere? It doesn't look like it. Looks like we're bringing water barrels to the main base south, which should be one of these, I think. Should the train names on? See, I can't tell some of these. Yeah, this is our south input. I don't know why they haven't brought oxygen barrels up there yet. Let's see. We're cleaning off a little spot like so. I don't know. I think that's basically everything. What else do we got? Oh, the mineral slurry. That is something that we haven't discussed yet. So, over here, we have a huge amount of crystal slurry. Just huge, right? And this crystal slurry is getting turned into mineral sludge by putting mineralized water inside here. We need to ramp this up. That is actually a note to do. So that's where we'll start. Clean my list here. Okay, so crystal slurry. Basically what we're doing is converting a bunch of this crystal sludge to slurry, and we're bottling up, I think, everything over a certain percentage. I don't remember. And then those barrels get flown over to our exit point. Which, is this an exit? Yeah, this is an exit now. To an exit point. A lot of our train stations have turned into like in on one side and out on the other side. It kind of makes me think that maybe we should do when we do injections like this, we should have an offshoot on both sides and then the turnabout in the middle. So that might be a change for for train stations in the future. I'm not real sure. But anyhow, so basically it takes and bottles it up, and then I'm assuming over here somewhere, probably this right here. We bring sludge in and we turn it into, right now, titanium primarily. And that gets sent up here. Titanium and gold. And of course the titanium just basically gets shipped up here to the top and then processed down and stuff down here. So that kind of is an overview of the base. I want to try to do these every once in a while. Once you do, you know, like 4 hours, like maybe twice a day or something, and you do, you know, you do 4 or 5 or 6 of these, you know, a lot of changes can happen really quickly. So I want to make sure that we cover some stuff. Okay, let's get to work. Let's start with the shenanigans down here, right? Oh, Gandalf, it's dark. So what can we do to make this better? Looks like there's a mineralized water issue. Okay. We start with that. I also think that we can probably... I think we could probably just slap some modules in this. Yeah, I'm not seeing like a surplus of poo water or anything. It's just a matter of getting the mineralized water up there. Of course, it looks like we're having a small problem keeping the crushed stone coming in. We can speed that up a notch. See if that helps. See, we can't penetrate just a little bit deeper. This is probably a system that could move, but there's plenty of room. Yeah, I don't think... Unless we're going to increase these as well. Which the problem is not that, the problem is the belts. Can we get the belts any faster? We do have purple belts, which requires nicked hole, whatever that is, bearings and gear wheels, which we're not making yet. I think we can, but let's see. Nicked hole plate. Which is nickel and titanium. Yeah, we probably could build that. Because we got a shit ton of nickel floating around, I think. But we don't have nickel set up on the big storage areas yet. You don't think, so we'd be making... Yeah, we got a bunch right here, though. We'd probably just get away with making a little bit. Just have some. There's zinc, right? Or nickel. Yeah, we told the right thing. That's what's wrong. We did not have room for the first bit. Please give me time to get rid of the crap that I don't want. Sweet. Alright, and then we need, what was it, titanium at the top? Request me a couple hundred titanium. And what we'll just do is we'll have a regular old stack inserter, unload it. And then we'll just have it spit out up here at the... Oh, it won't fit on the top of that side. Like so. And then we will just filter insert it into a box. And we want this plate. Like I said, that'll just make us a little bit. It won't even be all that much. It'll just be... We could probably even tell it to go like that. And it'll give us a little bit of that we can make some stuff with later. Just kind of limp that along. So how are you guys doing now? Is this any stronger? I almost want to put pumps on both of these. Problem we had before was this filled up, and this this did not have an exit, but now I don't think that's going to be a problem any longer. And these are... Can we make Mark IIs of those? We can. See if we're making any. I don't know if we are. Then what? I have to click on... Yeah, I don't think they're getting a request in here. So let's see if we're building any of those. I feel like I should build a mouse over myself and see if I'm getting a request. There's some bots. Are they bringing that for me? Nope. Oh, you brought me something. Looks like we got some regular filtration units. We got 2 of them. So that'll get the job done. We'll start with 2. Upgrade 2 of them to 2s, and then we'll switch them around. Ain't no thing. Ain't no thing like a chicken wing. Slow and steady. Then we should go run and see what actually that's the, yeah. Alright, let's tell you 2 of them and we'll... Yeah, I don't think we can expand it. You know what I would not be opposed to doing next, actually? I think we have most of the card signs figured out. In fact, I paused the science while I was doing some things, and I never resumed. We can do bigger roboports. We can do multi-furnaces tier 2. Which is kind of cool, I guess. And do more robotics. There's actually a mod that I think I might try. I saw Neil House starting to use it about an airplane. Because I do like the the ease of flying over things. So we might fiddle with the airplanes at some point. Because I like the idea of a car, but my base has become too congested for me to drive my car around. So instead I'm like doing a bunch of legs in my armor. Or I think I'd rather just have a bunch of roboports. Alright, let's see. We have... Looks like we're going up to productivity module. Apparently we're making a bunch of those. Apparently we've just never stopped. I don't understand why these are both green. Oh, because these are speed module 6s. Hey. Okay, so let's change you to module 6s. I think we have a couple of those. So, why are you going? Okay, so 20 of these, and there's not actual 20 of those. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. So, whew. You know what? I'm just gonna take a stack of these now, and run around and put them in places that I want to have them. You know what? Give me 2 stacks of them. I don't know if we're going to be able to put them all in there, and clearly we're probably going to need to rearrange that. I don't think that was quite good enough. I think that was, yeah, we probably should actually, let me throw some of these modules down in places, and then we can look at it. What's this? This is the stone. And I see 0 stone. So we need to get stone moved up here, it looks like. How about we start with you guys? Can you guys take these red cards? Take them all. Why is this not going in? That's right, you take them all. Take them all, you dirty girl. Alright. What are you guys? Can you guys take them all? I just clear that. Okay, apparently that can't go in there. How about you guys? Can you take these? Oh, come on. Really? That sucks. How about you? Can you take them? Can you guys take them? No. You guys should be able to take them, but I don't think you need them. Whoa, look at that. Somebody's getting this, getting this bombonium cleared up out of the middle of the base. Yeah, we got a bunch of storage up here. Huh. This kind of makes me feel like a failure. It's fine. Let's see, where else can these guys go? Can you guys go in here? No. Let's go in here? You can. Do I need them to go in here? Probably not. Alright, so it looks like it can go in things that go in other things. Intermediary products. So does that mean it can go in science? How about science? They can't go on these, right? There's just no way. There's no... Oh, yes. That was actually pretty sweet. So now, how's science go? Science is missing blue. There's blue right here. Oh, that's because it's card science. Yes, these guys science. That's working. Squeaking through, squeaking through. I'd worry about beacons or things, but we have so much of that, of these cards in particular floating around. No? But they go in other things. How about you? Yes. Like if we didn't have this massive stockpile of these, I'd be more worried, but we just have huge number of these. So it's either sit there and let them be stored for no reason or do something with them, right? So it's all turned off because you guys got a huge amount of these in there. I have to say I'm really pleased with how well that kind of ran. Or has been running. There we go. Can we put... Hey Streaky, what's up? Hello. It's not Alan. Not Alan. Brain is being stupid. Alvin, right? Alvin? Well, these are still old stupid ones. Yeah. I got it. I got there. My brain eventually decided to work. Jaw. Okay. So we found out, for those of you who missed it, that we actually had like a huge pile of these these raw speed modules Mark 6, so we're just running around putting them in stuff. Man. And of course, we do the ones that aren't working first, because that is our way. That's sweet. Okay, I say we leave that stuff alone. It's all working. Alright, let's go check on the mineralized water again and see if that seems to have helped. If not, I guess we go get something. Let's wire up how much of this we have. We have 1 million of this. We may have made a little bit of sludge. Unfortunately, the only thing you can do with the sludge is do that or flare stack it off. Which we could flare stack it off, but... Well, these guys need to be upgraded for sure. Let's see. They're facing down. So we are picking up 2 away and dropping off 2 away, is that correct? No. Pick up, drop. I don't understand. Oh, maybe I just had these turned the wrong direction. Alright, so that should be all hooked up, updated, working. Gold is titanium processing. That's doing its thing. Oh, actually, I know what else we need to look at before we get too excited. What's left of the coal over here is almost gone. Isn't that wonderful? Look how nice a whoop straight line that is. Yeah, our Jobolite reserves are solid. Looks like we could use some sterlite, so we will put that in. Make sure this is all covered. Let's see which side's in line here. I'll take care of that. Oh, get out of the way. we may have a few. Let's get all the red belts. Let's start with that. Come on. Sometimes I cannot get the controls to do what I tell it to do. Got a little bit of rubitite there. I thought there was a little bit of coal left up here. Oh, we got that bit of coal left. Alright, we're just gonna let this go. Let it go, let it go. We never need you no more. Clean up all this S. So this guy no longer is spitting out coal. Also, we no longer have a... This is no longer bringing in rubitite, so we need to get rubitite up here somewhere. So let's do a... Let's do 2 warehouses here. this is going to basically dominate this up here. Do I have a... I do have a green. Okay, excellent. Other way. There's an old substation. Where's my... Then we have a few more of these cards, right? No, we got rid of all the cards. And we'll change this to rubatites. Yeah, we've clearly let some stuff slide here that we need to get fixed up. So where do we want to start getting coal from first? We can get this coal, we can get this coal. Probably this coal, right? No, we'll let that coal live. I mean, it's really just like a backup power supply down there. So we'll let it do its thing. We're getting some coal from here. Oh yeah, never mind. We got lots of coal down here still. Run down there and deal with that. See, this is where if we had our plane, we jump in our plane and whoo! I have to look at getting that mod. Are you guys coming to take stuff from me? You guys, you have a bunch of sulfuric wastewater. Oh, because you're making coke. Yeah, you shouldn't have to make coke. You should just be able to spit that out. That literally is just going into an evaporator, huh? It's not real hard to condense that down into sulfur, right? It's like one of these. Let's just look it up. Sulfur. This will also make us mineralized water. Yeah, this should be getting processed back into water and sulfur. This is all in that network though, right? Can we just barrel it up and make it go bye-bye? Can you play Sofkanita? So I try really hard to not play copyrighted music on the restream videos, or on the Factorio videos. DDO, it's not such a big deal because I'm not worried about keeping those replays. But any of the games that I'm trying to keep the replay, I want to make sure that I keep it as YouTube friendly as possible so they don't kill it. But if you ask tomorrow, we can consider playing it then. Tomorrow's a DDO day, so I'm not worried about it. poo water, right? Sulfuric wastewater. Here we go. So let's fill these barrels up. Oh, these don't need to be that fast. I'm curious what we're doing with this additional mineral water up here. Are we still... It's saline water. Yeah, we're just evaporating all this right off. This should probably get barreled and sent down to get processed. So let's build another one of these. Actually, let's grab a return valve just to make sure this thing doesn't try spitting back out at us. Can YouTube. Again, the keeping it copyright free is the issue. So I don't want to play anything that I think could be copyrighted, because YouTube just kills the entire video if there's any copyright audio in the video. So for videos that I want to keep, streams I want to keep, I make sure that the videos are copyright free. Hope that makes sense to everybody. Can I play Minecraft? I don't currently have Minecraft installed. It's just, I don't know. I didn't really get that high of returns when I was playing Minecraft, but I might play it again. My biggest problem with that is I couldn't get the mods to work, and I felt like I could only do so much with the base game. Alright, so you are requesting sulfuric wastewater. You should be filling sulfuric wastewater. Go back over here and check and see if it's got a deliver request. It's in the network, right? Not crazy. Why is that not? This is all the same network. Pretty sure. Hey, there we go. Put water in the right spot and it works. Look at that. Okay. Then we're going to turn this around and just barrel this up. This is mineral water. continuously hitting the wrong button. I think that's the last of the module science. Fill mineralized water. Turn that back on. Some power right here. Give me the 100 water barrels. And that should basically boom, boom, boom pretty quickly. And then we're just going to take this mineralized water and plug it right in here. Again, we want to make sure we put a return valve in here. And you're going to empty mineralized water. Means you're going to request and then get rid of barrels. Nope. I'll paste it. So that should all work real nice. Check and see here. FPS still working reasonable. For those of you who are interested, we started a new Let's Play series kind of thing yesterday on yeah, let's just change this to however much you can fit in there. In fact, can we make this okay. So that should hopefully deal with a lot of these little flaws that we had before. Sorry. Yesterday we started playing Final Fantasy Tactics for the first time. Again, trying to get this dealt with. So your 100 barrels is not enough, huh? But it should eventually work its way through that. Alright. I think that's good. It's better than hauling pipes all over the place. I kind of want to barrel up this hydrogen now too. I feel like I needed it somewhere, but I don't know where. Let's do it. Let's barrel up the hydrogen. That is not what I wanted. We're just going to set it to request this hydrogen. Or provide the hydrogen. We're not going to actually flood it in the system. Not yet, anyway. So let's barrel hydrogen. And let's request. Oh, you're not in the network? That's fine. Okay. Pick up, drop off. Pick up and drop off. There we go. That'll store a bunch of hydrogen. I'm not super worried about it. Anyway, so Final Fantasy Tactics, that'll become a Monday thing. It'll become an all-day Monday thing probably once we finish up our Lazy Bastard. Although maybe we'll keep Monday mornings for something else and Monday afternoons for Final Fantasy Tactics. I'm not sure. Final Fantasy Tactics is a game that I have been wanting to play for a long time, so I'm glad to have an opportunity to get to play some. Looks like we need more sulfuric acid storage. Is that fair? That is fair. Can we cram some more sulfuric acid storage down the bus? Yeah. What's the best way to do that? Should we do like 2 return valves and a jack tank? I think so, right? We should be able to, let's just look. So if we did a jack tank here, and we put that essentially creates an additional line segment. Alright, so that's an extra bunch of sulfuric acid to store. Now that can't go back the other direction. That's not that big of a deal. Does sulfuric acid count as an intermediary product? Can we put the cards in the sulfuric acid liquefiers? I've learned, though, that running through things is what kills the FPS, the zoomed out. Again, this is where I wish we just fly over things. So I kind of feel like this close to make sure that we keep our FPS up makes me sick, but as soon as we scroll out, the FPS just falls apart. Blue. Alright. So let's start with these guys. Alright, they're already on raw speed. We can't do that. Can we do this? Can't do that. I assume we can't do this. No, these are just hydro plant 1s also. If I beacon this, does it? I can't put that in a beacon. Seems odd. Alright, well that's all working. We do have a lot of sulfuric acid in the system. How about this? No. Definitely no. Okay. Probably don't need quite that much. Probably. I don't know how much of that I still use. I think I probably still use a bunch of it, to be honest. But it's alright. Alright, systems. Let's take a look at what we should do. We've got a bunch of stuff here. We could move the catalyst out to the trains network. That is something we could do. Welcome back, Red Light. We could... Dustin posted in defense. Dustin's posted in defense this morning. It could be something important. Yeah. No. Not the big deal. Okay. Coal is still, we decided was fine, right? I mean, fine's not necessary. Oh, yeah, okay. Let's start with getting the coke stuff sorted. And if it's not too much problem, let's turn it into carbon as well. At some point, I'd like to get a road. A couple of roads figured out. I think one should go down here. Along this main trunk. All right. So let's see. How much extra storing do we want down here? Storing? Did I literally just say storing? Sweet. How much extra storage do we want down here? We could... Let me just do more in line. And then I don't know why I just don't do that every time. There we go. So that should move that up and get that running again pretty heavily. So what do we need to do to go from coke to carbon? That's carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide, if I remember right, is just like coal. Which I think we actually already have a bunch. Yeah, we already have carbon dioxide being made down here. So we should be able to carbon dioxide pretty easily and make a bunch of carbon. guess I was already in the middle of that, and I decided I didn't need to for some reason. What does that get made in? Chemical plants or liquefiers. I don't have any of those things right now, so let's see. I kind of want to just take it right out. It really should go up here, though. That's fine. We should be able to pipe that over. This will work, right? Then we can put, we have 6 machines, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we can just do simple old long arm stuff. And what does it take? It takes 2. So we can just use some Mark 1. There we go. Like, we can make this work by bending these. I guess we might as well. Alright, pick up here. Drop off there. Copy, paste, paste. Oh, of course. And these will just turn. Okay. So now where'd the shitty Mark 1 go? There it is. And then we'll do bottoms that way and tops normally. Then we'll probably need blue belts. Again, this is mostly to keep the sulfuric wastewater running to continue keeping the sulfuric acid going. But doesn't hurt to have the carbon coming in either. I don't know if we're requesting carbon any place, but now it's in the network, so that'll be nice. That'll be nice. Let's see, we have a... Where'd a car go? There it is. I'm pretty pleased with that. So what's the next thing we need to focus on? We don't need to start mining this yet, but I would not be opposed to starting to throw it into containers. At least around the areas of the train tracks. I do a lot of that, it turns out. I didn't think I did until kind of discovered that I just kind of discovered that I do. Storing things in containers is, especially now that I have the big the warehouses, it makes a lot of sense. Let's see. So normally this would be an out. So let's grab an out station. This is an out station. Don't need those. We don't need that. We're not going to need that guy. We don't have a substation 2. Even fancier robots? Mining drills Mark 5. Even more productivity on mining. Can we build our spaceship? Like, do we have the science? Are we still missing some science? Is what I'm trying to figure out. Here we go. So what do we need for this? Can we... What are we missing? Oh yeah, duh. I forgot. The mod that I'm currently using has a bug and it won't let you do this science. I need to remember to fix that. Duh. Because this is still using the old rocket stuff, and Angel's disabled the old rocket stuff to use Angel rocket stuff. I totally forgot. I'll have to see about tracking that down. So let's see. This would be currently LTN. raw coal at the moment. And then I kind of want to put in here, I want to start labeling these teas. And I think that's the easiest way to kind of like keep track of what's going on. But for right now, we'll just call it West T. Alright, and we need a, let's see, clear that. We need a substation Mark II, which we'll just make one if we can. Just to plug in there. And then we'll build one of those. And then what we'll actually do is we'll disconnect the green wire from here to there. So now it's not going to see anything. Because I don't want to start sending that out yet. Okay, so yeah, let's vehicle batteries. I don't care about vehicle batteries. Let's do more robots. Megabots. Alright. No, I want that all to be in a line. You know that means I gotta cut down even more trees. I want it all in a line. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is roughly 1 million. I mean, roughly. So this should be good. Like I said, and I would like to get particularly this area around the bins cleaned up. So I think we'll just, for now, disassemble all that area, and then we'll just go so is that gonna miss a spot? It will, right? Darn it. It's not gonna work. Alright, so that should not miss a line. That's close. Alright. So we have 3 lines in. So what we'll just do is, the first one will go in here. The second one will go up a couple. Start putting it in. And then this top one, I'll just go all the way up. Power, big old substation should get most of the job done here. Where am I? Alright, and then one of the things I just want to check on. Yeah, that covers everything, right? Yeah. So again, this is going to take a long time. Wow, I can't believe we're actually out of warehouses. And there's none here. Oh, I can make some now. We're out of wooden chests. Oh, again, sweet irony. Make all the wooden chests. Alright, perfect. So now that should store a metric ton of that. And probably here-ish. Should keep those guys going. And again, we're not going to put that out there to the network yet. We're going to make sure that the other coal gets taken care of first. Man, it seems like all of today has just been like reviewing or patching up little problems, which is fine. I have no problem doing that. It's a big part of the game, but it would have been nice to work on a system. And that looked great. Look at that. All that balmonium going to town. We might actually need to start piping in balmonium. I don't think we have balmonium coming in anywhere. Yeah, we're not. There's no balmonium coming in. Oh no, you got some. You're just not being pumped the right direction, because I'm bad at things. Oh no, what happened? Where'd that go? So my keyboard has like Alt, Shift, and Control, like they're all really tight together. I don't know if you guys have seen my keyboard. In the red might be a little hard to see. Blue might be easier. So this is my Alt button. This is my Shift button. This is my Control button. These are my WAS keys. As you can see, I love this keyboard a lot. But basically what that means is if I ever shift my hand, it makes it real easy to screw things up. So, alright, these are running again. That's great. This is running. That's great. This is going straight to the... That's fine. That's not going to make so much that I need to worry about it. Looks like we are probably good to let this warehouse go. We're trying very slowly is not the right word, but we are trying we had a big backlog here. We still have a bit of a backlog, but we're trying really hard to like let it go. You know what I mean? Like kind of flush it out. Yeah, these should... that should not be... Unless that's a twofer. If that's a twofer, I should have added an extra warehouse. Is that a 2? Sounds like Remy's home. Yeah, this should have had an extra warehouse in it. I'm gonna mute while the dogs calm down. It looks like they've mellowed slightly. You know what? I want to get these trees out of the way. I want to be able to go up and down this path. Oh, and of course the robots got rid of... It's fine. Construction robots will get there. Okay. Oh, I was gonna go look at the coal. I wonder if we're going to get a report from Remington about how the first day of school worked. This is the Bobmonium, right? So it looks like we have lots of yeah, we got some Bobmonium down here. Okay, we're not hurting. I would like to, of course, get the I gotta remember to do that. I should I need to... Sorry, I have to make a quick reminder, and I'll just write it down. I'm just Facebooking. Send him an email too later. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. There we go. Power. L power. That'll get that half, and we'll lay half down there later. Alright, car. We're gonna go check on this coal over here. Yeah, so we got lots of balmonium. It's just all over the place, actually. I kind of want to get this all mined up. How much is it in here? 2.1 million. That's a lot. Alright, we're just going to have to leave it. This is done though. That's nice. We need to lie to the system and tell it that it has 10,000 rubitite. That it needs to come get it. Get that rubitite out of here. These guys are all mined out finally. Sweet. We have to decide, do we want to move this down the line? Do a bunch of miners on the coal with a bunch of ends into the mega chest. We could. I could mine this out and put them into a couple of chests or whatever. But it's still not going to get... I mean, it's got to come out of the system. And this is currently the only place in the system with coal. Right? Like, none of the other places are inputting coal into the system. Like, so not up here. Not over here. This isn't inputting the coal either. It's just mining it. So this thing will eventually eat and want more coal. In fact, it should want more coal now. And I'm not real sure why I'm not seeing a train. They're stuck up here again. Damn it. Apparently something is screwy up there. That intersection's getting more action than it is used to. New to Factorio, is the game growing or dying player-wise? As far as I know, the game is on the uptick. Mods are coming out continuously. There's more and more streamers, as near as I can tell. My viewer base continues to grow. Factorio is doing well, as far near as I can tell. So the devs are popping out new versions like it's candy. I say all those things together means that it's growing quite nicely. Alright, so let's see if we can't figure out what the hell. So basically, oh, we can't do that because we don't have space science yet. So if I put a... There is a thing. That's not it, but that's cool. There you go. So in here, okay. So each one of these is the little blocks, right? And I think the black is a block, isn't it? You just want to make it as... Yeah, I can't do anything in here. Let's not get ran over. Just want as many...
I'm supposed to check and see if you've watered yet?
I did water, but I would like you to check and make sure that the solar oven is getting good sun.
I can do that.
Thank you.
Also, I figured you'd like to know, but in my economics class, which is in third hour, we are watching CNN news at the beginning of class and discussing it about the current events. Figured you'd like to know that. Okay.
Well, if there's anything you'd like to discuss about what you're discussing in class, you let me know.
Got it.
I don't know. I'd like to see if this screws up again. Let's see. I also kind of like to get this mined out. I'm not sure if I just want to mine it out and store it, because as long as it's in a chest, the UPS issue or the FPS issues are lessened, right? So if it's in a warehouse, there are less problems with it than if there's, you know, if it's on a belt. Just part of the reason I like the idea of getting it all mined out. But at the same time, if we were to mine out... Could definitely do it, though. The other concern is, if we have the miners go directly into the chest, when the miner finishes... Let's see if we can make it, if we can force it to happen somewhere here. Okay. So... Let's see, 1,000. Let's just do this. So we're going to let this go for a second. Just go in here. Okay. So when this finishes, and this is going to suck, so... actually... Let's let this mine, and then we'll make it a little smaller so it doesn't suck so bad. Okay. So because we have the auto deconstruct mod, when this flags for auto destruct, that chest goes with it, right? So basically, if I were to have them all mine into a big chest and then we drove by, it would have a cow. Which is one downside about the auto deconstruct. Man, I'm getting hungry. And the lack of sleep is definitely catching up with me too. So I was up most of the night last night, not able to sleep. Headaches, not able to sleep, etc. So I'm running on not very many hours of sleep here. So apologies. I think we'll let that go. Let that go. We'll let this go. That's going. Everything looks good. I think everything looks okay. We still have plenty of power for our base. Yeah. Not even touching it. This is trudging away. We are actually not able to keep up with the mineralized water again. That is awkward as hell. And that's emptied out. And these guys can't keep up. I'm really impressed and scared that we even like going way out of our way to put mineral stuff into the system. We cannot get rid of it. But we are slowly decreasing down the liquid here. That's nice. Why aren't you going? Oh, you're actually out of sulfuric acid. Why are you out of acid? Well, let's fix that shit. Pump that crap. I want those pipes full. I don't understand. Why is this machine still not getting... Just a weird bug, I guess. We shouldn't have picked up anything, right? No, okay. Oh boy. This can probably get shut down. Like there's no reason to continue getting this stuff from here. We could potentially start barreling up the... maybe. Should we start barreling up light oil? Like, I'm sure that's why this is all... well, this... no, the naphtha's still okay. Yeah, the light oil's basically full. That's a weird one. It doesn't look like why we're not moving, though. It's like a crude oil issue. It's a crude oil issue because we can't. We got too much raw gas. And the raw gas can't do anything because we have too much No, not methane. Really? We have too much methane. Because we have too much methanol. Of which we have lots. So I can store more methanol. I think I could probably slap down one of these and pick it up, and then I can slap down another one of those. That's going to store a lot more methanol. I mean, basically methanol gets used for plastic. Don't necessarily want to dye. Well, jeez. Yeah, I've never launched a rocket with the Angel's Petrochem before. And I do not feel like I had the brain power to make this happen. Right now. Rocket oxidizer capsule from nitric acid and ditrogen tetroxide gas. And rocket fuel capsule is dithylmethyl gas and hydrogen. Okay. And that comes from so much stuff. Wow. Brain melty. You know what we're going to do? That's right, we're going to put that off for another day. Looks like we're starting to slowly but surely get some more goodness floating in. Okay. Let's do one more thing before we take off for the lunch. So I'm hungry and I have to take care of some work stuff. What do we want to do? So much to consider. Like the possibilities. Not endless, but heavy. We have a bunch of the... We should now have a bunch of this nickel plate. So let's set up its ball bearings and pipes and whatever else it needs. Yeah. Seems reasonable. Do we have room? Yeah, we could probably stick some of this stuff in here. So what exactly do we need for are the gears something? Tungsten gears. Even more braking force. Alright, so we have tungsten gears, kneadable bearings. All that stuff's going to need lubricant. And maybe that's what we should do, is build a better area for that. In fact, I think we're still building all that stuff over here, right? Like we're still working through this molten titanium facility, because I don't think this is working anymore. I'm not real sure we're still requesting raw titanium up here. Maybe something occasionally gets made. No? In fact, this is set up to now make nickel or quartz, because we need more quartz. Look at this. We're still flooding out on silver down here. Yeah, we should set up one of these. Set up a little train station to deal with that down the road. Yes, quickly, back on track. Let's see. Let's just jump over here to this little box. So they don't have... Let's look at some bigger... So let's see. Tungsten pipe, Nino gear wheel. So we can make some gear wheels right here. So I assume you're going to need access to that. This was really short-sighted of me. To be totally fair. Alright, well, what do you do? Alright, so we're gonna pick up right here, drop off one above us. Can you guys see that? You guys can kind of see that. And then we'll pick up one above us and drop down straight across. And then we will pick up straight ahead too and drop off like that. Okay, so you're going to make ball bearings, and you're going to make bearings, which means you need some lube. Lube it up. Let's debarrel some lube. Request some lube, insert some lube, remove some empty barrels. Oh, my neck is killing me. So now we have to decide how many of this we want to keep around. My gut's like... make that many. And there's... let's look at this. Over here. Steel pipe, tungsten, for ceramic. Yeah, I think it's all about these bearings, right? Like, I don't see anything else. There might be some bits and pieces, but for the most part, if I click on this guy, now we need... no, see, there's a Nino gear wheel. Certainly didn't see... oh, there it is. Alright, so let's figure out how to get that in here. Let's change you to like... a set number. I think 500. It's probably plenty. And then what do? We do a... in a warehouse like this. It makes the gear wheels. And it'll feed like that. And then it'll exit. Oh, I'm standing there like that. No. Misclicked. Like that. And we'll, what do you think? 500 still? There we go. We still don't have electronic processing boards or tungsten pipe. Why do I have an extra? But we can make tungsten pipe or whatever later. Do we need to focus on these boards for next time? I thought we were making them. Green boards? No, we are not. So we do need to make... okay. So real quick, let's slap down a couple of factories here. Just to remind us, what all does this take? That's not too bad. The hardest part's going to be getting that. How are we going to do this fiberglass board? Like, we could just robot them down, I guess. It's not that, again, not that big of a deal. So all of this should be basically ready to go, and this should basically be able to feed off of the, except for the solder, should be able to feed off the line, off the bus. So that's pretty easy. Pretty easy. I guess we're not making them anywhere. Again, just seems so odd to me. In fact, we have this nice big section right here. We could probably glue those in. Nice fiberglass board. Yeah, we could probably just like weed that up here, and I don't know what that section was saved for. Let's move that up here. Try to remember to work on that next time. Alright guys, well I think with that I am going to call it a stream. I think I'm going to lay down and say we're taking a little bit of a nap here. Maybe eat some gizzards first. I don't know. We'll see. I kind of feel like falling over. To tell you the truth. But that's what happens when you don't go to sleep because you're hurting. Alright, as always, special thanks to you watching. I appreciate it very much. You can check out us live, twitch.tv/SamusGarobo, or of course youtube.com/SamusGarobo. And of course these videos are being archived over there if you're interested in checking out how we got to here, or if you want to go back and start at the beginning and watch your way forward. It's pretty easy to do so. Alright, thanks for hanging out. We appreciate it. I'll see you guys real soon. Peace.